Okay, hi. My name is, well, full name drop, Lindsay Ordesta. Everyone calls me Lo.
Can you give us like a quick little history of the studio?
Ooh, yeah, I would say, okay, well, it actually was a theater even before a lot of the Filipinos kind of took over. Um, there was a Canadian artist that owned this space that called it Bindlestiff, and then back in the late 80s, one of our artists, she grew up in this neighborhood in the South Market, and she stumbled upon it, learned about what they did here, started taking a lot of their classes, and then essentially they the owners of the space handed the keys over because they noticed whenever they rented the space out or had their own shows, they thought, wow, you Filipinos bring everybody into the space and you guys should just take over. And so they had, I would say in 1989, we took over the space, and I think our managing director and artistic director at the time are the original, Bindlestiff people that took over when it became Filipino. It was Alan and Joyce Manalo, and also Lorna Velasco, and it's been here ever since, and we've just continued on doing programming and shows and concerts and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, does that answer your question? Okay.
Okay, sorry, for clarification, did you want me to repeat all that?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so my name is Ben. I am 35 years old. I've been performing as an actor since 2007. And with Bindlestiff, I've only been here for 2 years.
My name is Rachel Rio. I am 25 years old. I'm gonna say I've only been acting with Bindlestiff for a year. But I'm gonna count my experience in state, so I'm gonna say 2 years.
My name is Nick Wong. I am 32 years old. I've been performing with Bindlestiff for just 3 years now, and outside of that, I am a training actor as well as a previous performing dancer.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm 41 years old, and I have been a contributing artist in various capacities to Bindlestiff Studio since about 2007.
I guess I had a pretty sheltered life growing up. I'm the youngest of 5, and so, you know, the youngest is always the most spoiled and the most protected and all of that. And like, yeah, here in the Bay Area, it's a bubble. So I definitely was shielded from at least a lot of racism. You know, I also went to like a Chinese-focused school, and so I didn't have to encounter a lot of anti-Asian sentiment there. The environment I grew up in was also very Christian, fairly conservative, and so as far as being gay goes, it was a lot more uncomfortable, I guess. I was pretty repressed. I didn't accept it as part of myself for a very long time, until college, really.
Did I feel pressure from my parents because of the model minority myth? I guess, me and my sisters, we did feel a lot of pressure to perform well academically. But when you're young, you don't really think that this is an Asian thing. You're just kind of, that's just the way that you're growing up. This is what's expected of you. And maybe it's not until you're older that you realize that maybe other people who maybe weren't Asian didn't face that same kind of pressure. But then looking back, I think I also realized that maybe I had internalized what I would later come to understand as the model minority myth. Maybe I internalized that myself when I was younger. Because, you know, if I saw another Asian person who maybe got a C on a test, I'd be like, what? You know, but as an adult, I know better.
I came across Bindlestiff Studio from my friend Jordan Ong, who has written and acted in other Bindlestiff productions. He was one of my very few actor friends at the time, so I was like, hey, I want to start acting. Where should I start? So he told me about the Queer as Fuck production that's held at Bindlestiff every year. And he told me to audition for that, submit a self-tape, and it kind of just went from there. I got 2 lead roles that year for my first performance, my first acting performance ever. So it was a really cool experience as a new actor.
In the short time I've been introduced to Bindlestiff, it's been a really good experience with them. I mean, again, Queer as Fuck was the first and only production I've been with them, but I've come to see their other productions, and I like the community that is integrated into this space. I think everyone is very open and welcoming.
Well, I would have to say, Bindlestiff is a very special place when it comes to, you know, Filipino American arts, queer arts, Asian American arts. I think it's a very specific place in San Francisco where folks can come together. And I personally haven't experienced anything like it, similar to it. So I think that's where it sets itself apart.
Yeah, and it's just really welcoming here, and I love how focused and encouraging they are as far as you know, like different identities, you know, being Filipino, or, you know, for myself as Asian American, or being LGBTQ. Yeah, if anyone's looking for a space where they can be themselves and really grow and explore and everything, then I think this is a good place to be.
One of the best things about Bindlestiff Studio is that people who want to contribute to this community, whatever their experience level is, will take you in and will help you grow yourself as an artist.
Come in, see a show. I mean, like, these people work really hard with the little resources that they have, but it's like really cool to see the things that they have created.
Oh man, I would love to tell them to come see our next show. No, just to come. I feel like once you make it here, sometimes you'll experience that magic that gets you hooked. Because I feel like that's happened to a lot of us. I want to tell everyone, I want to invite everyone to come in at least once and see where you take it from there.